Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Brie if you are new here, and as you can see from today's title of the video, it's going to be an update on my surgery. So if you're new here and you have not been following my journey, I had a brow lift and a blepharoplasty earlier this year, which is in June. So it's been actually a little bit more than 6 months now, and I've been getting some DMs and some comments under like random videos here and there that I should answer some questions. And you know what, I thought let me do that because like it's kind of tiring to just respond to every person individually. So yeah, I hope you find this video useful and informative. Let's start off by saying a few simple things, I guess. So why I did the surgery was actually because I had inherited droopy eyelids in my family. So that was something that I was like always kind of conscious about, like while doing my makeup and stuff. It wasn't something like, that the trends kind of made me aware of. I've been always aware that I had droopy eyelids, and I was like, I don't really like this. And then I went for a consultation, like I don't know, in 2016 when I just moved to Dubai, and I was almost gonna do it. Like I didn't actually book a surgery date and stuff, but like I went for consultation, I had the money ready and everything. So yeah, but anyways, I didn't do it then because I needed like some time to recover, and this is something that you guys also ask about, which I'll cover later on. So yeah, I didn't really have the time back then because I was working as a flight attendant, and I was like, oh, how I'm gonna stay home for 2 weeks when I actually really wanted just to travel the world. So I had different priorities. So I decided to do it now in June, and I went through with it, and I'm very, very happy with the results. I don't know, because this is something very frequently asked, what type of brow lift it is. Like I asked my surgeon, and even he couldn't like 100% tell me the type of brow lift that I had. But it's not the one where you get like staples here. I know one where you can get like staples here, which is very strange, and then they remove it. My incisions are here at the hairline, so I don't know exactly the name for it in English. There's different types of brow lifts. I didn't get the one where you get incisions here. I feel like that's for very old people, maybe, I'm not sure. And for the blepharoplasty, yeah, it's like a combination surgery. Like a lot of clinics, at least back home where I'm from, which is I'm from Lithuania, they combine the two surgeries, the brow lift and the blepharoplasty. So it's actually cheaper because it's kind of like same area. And yeah, I did the combination surgery because a lot of people do say that after some time, like 5 years, 6 years down the line, you kind of like want to get enhancement again. So I didn't really want to do it. I didn't want to go under a knife in 5 years time from now. So I was like, what, let me just combine the two. Obviously I consulted with my surgeon, and I asked. It wasn't like I just decided on like do it, no, it wasn't like that. I asked if I'm the right candidate for that type of procedure, and he investigated and everything like that. So yeah, I don't really know what else to add besides the fact that I did it in Lithuania. My surgeon's name is Justinas Grašys, and I did it at Klinika in Kaunas. And the surgery price, which I did not mention in the first video that I did, was 2,100 euros. And I am aware that it is very cheap compared to like other prices, say like Germany, UK, and whatever, I don't know, US. So that's why a lot of people I know fly to like Turkey, to like East Europe to get surgeries done. I obviously did it because it's my home country, so for me it was like just convenient, and I don't know, I just felt like I can trust the clinic. So for me that was very important. I reached out to a few clinics, and this is the one that I kind of like trusted the most, had a good feeling about them the most. Let's get straight to your questions. So I screenshotted your questions that you guys asked on Instagram, and I'm gonna be answering those. So how did the process go? I'm not quite sure what you mean by the process, but like I said, I decided to do the surgery. I selected the clinic and booked the surgery date and stuff like that. So then I went for the consultation the day before the actual surgery. You can watch my vlog, I'll link it in the description below, of the actual surgery. And I mean, not the actual surgery, but the surgery vlog, and you can see like the next day, just post-op and stuff like that. What did you do to make everything heal good and fast? Thank you so much. Actually, my surgeon was very impressed with my healing as well, because like a lot of people were like, wow, even in the comments, if you can read, thank you by the way for that, people are saying like, oh, you look so good after just 1 week after you're getting your stitches out. And I don't know why, whether it's my body that heals that way, because like actually my scabs and stuff heal pretty fast. So I don't know if it was just my body, or it was just the fact that like I was trying to eat very healthy, I was resting, I was following all the guidelines that they told me. And yeah, it was just like I didn't drink alcohol, which is something that they also emphasize. Don't smoke, don't drink alcohol. I was just like recovering and just like resting a lot and just eating healthy. So that was it really. Are you happy with the results? Hells yeah, I am happy. How did the scars look like close up? So I'm gonna insert a little clip from this morning because it's very funny. I mean, I will show you guys. I guess now you cannot really see because I'm wearing like makeup and stuff. My scars are here, but I will show you without the makeup so you can kind of see better. Hey guys, good morning. I'm sorry I'm looking crusty AF, and I realized that the dumbest thing you can do when you film in the surgery, well, plastic surgery update vlog, is to put on a tanning oil the day before thinking that you're gonna look better on camera. Because now I look orange and now my scars look a lot brighter. So please forgive me. I don't know what's gotten into me last night and I thought it was a good idea. So this is, like, you can see where I did a bad job of putting the oil. But this is the scar. And I'm really like not sure how to show you guys because this one's like seriously not even visible. Like even when I touch it, it's like I don't even feel it almost. It's like, I don't know, it's so strange. Like you'd have to look, I think. Wait, maybe I can look in the mirror and like try to discover. Yeah, like you can barely see it right at this part, just right here. But the one on this side, wow, this is like even worse with the oil. I'm so sorry. But this one I feel like is a lot more visible even to my own eye. And like this one is like still sort of a little more reddish as well. It's kind of, yeah, it's not inflamed, it's not sensitive to the touch, but I just like, I can see it more. Regarding the eyelids, so to my own eye, I can see a little 1 millimeter bulging line right here, which was not obviously there before. Like my lid was like, you know, like that before. So now seeing that, I can see, okay, this is from the surgery. But it's like, it has to be there because that's where my eyelid folds now, you know? And then like for the scars, what scars? Like I cannot see anything. What? Wow, okay, maybe I should really wash my face. I'm so sorry, I literally just like got out of bed. I was like, let me vlog fresh now. Okay. If you can see a scar, like I think maybe this one, to me, like this is a scar. Do you know what I mean? But that is like just, it's not, I don't know, it doesn't look like a scar to me. I mean on the other eye, let's see. Yeah, no, I honestly, I don't feel like I've had surgery, that's the thing. Yeah, I think I still look very much myself. Feel myself, and that's all that really matters. Is there anything you would have wanted differently? In terms of surgery and the process, I guess not, but I guess in terms of making my decision, I wouldn't have rushed so much, because what happened was I was rushing a little bit too much, I think, into booking the date for the surgery and things like that. I would have definitely went for more consultations with different doctors, because like, you know, I booked everything online through emails and I didn't really like take my time, sorry, to you know, go see different people and get different opinions. Like I got it via email, but it's obviously not the same as you go see a specialist and then they tell you in person what they actually think. So I would have not rushed maybe as much as I did. Would you recommend the doctor and the clinic that you went to, or would you have wanted to go somewhere else? I'm so grateful for my doctor and like the way everything went. Like I'm super happy. I would definitely recommend him, and I keep recommending him to everyone who messages me, so 100%. And I know a lot of people, like I say, fly in from UK and stuff, which is very interesting because there's like even a Facebook group where people from like Denmark and Ireland, they fly in to that specific clinic because they're just so good at like arranging people from abroad to come in. And yeah, I don't know, I love it. Like I honestly have no regrets. Like I said, the only regret is probably I would have, if I were to do something differently, was just to get different opinions from different people in person. Do you plan on doing any other procedure? Not anytime soon for sure, not in the next like 5 years, I think, or 10, maybe in like my 40s. I'm not sure, like, you know, it's difficult to say. Like I don't know if I'm even, you know, gonna think the way I do now, but I feel like it's normal to want to maintain your youth, your beauty, and just kind of preserve the way you look. I don't want to like obviously go crazy and look like I'm 40 when I'm like, you know, 75, but it's just I feel like it's okay to like look after yourself and just want to maintain the way you look. I don't think there's anything wrong, so let's see. But as of now, as a joke, I say to some of my friends that I would want to do lip fillers. I've never had any lip fillers, and today I have heavily overlined my lips, so obviously they don't look like that in real life. But yeah, I think it would be fun. I'm so terrified of needles, and I just kind of would love to challenge myself as a joke, but I probably am not gonna do it, because like just the fact of needle piercing my lip, I'm like, oh. And it's funny because I actually did have a lip piercing. I don't know if you can see the scar. Yeah, so I had lip piercing and like I had tongue piercing. I'm terrified of needles, like I said, but just the puncturing of the lip is something I'm like, wow, how do girls do this? So I think that's the only thing that I would do. So, and by the way, I want to emphasize something, because a lot of people ask me if I've had any other procedures done in my life, well, like on my face, I guess, or I don't know, anywhere really. I don't have anything else done. A lot of people ask me if I had my nose done, and no, I have not done my nose as well, because it's like very tiny, I suppose, and it's like a very, you know, like what a lot of people want as a result of their surgery. And I remember being a kid and actually hating my nose, that it was so pointy. And it's I don't know if you guys know this, but your nose keeps growing as you age. So for me, like, I think it's just still changing a little bit, because it was like super pointy in the pictures. Now it's kind of like getting a little bit more straight. But no, I have not done anything else, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. Has that impacted your vision? No, I don't know. This question has been asked a few times, and I don't really know what people mean by that. Like, obviously the first week you don't see very well, because, you know, your eyes cannot really close because they're swollen. And but besides that, I don't think I've had any, you know. Oh, I guess maybe what they mean is that, like, you know, when your eyelids start to droop with age, you cannot see very well. So I guess what they're asking is if I can see better. But that was not the case for me. Like, I could still see very well beforehand, and I can still see very well now, so I don't really know, I guess. No, I didn't have any issues with the vision, so I can't really, you know, elaborate. Has anyone asked if you've done anything on your face or noticed your face changed? No, actually, when I was in Turkey, I think, was it Turkey or here? Anyways, one of the photo shoots, a hairstylist, I think she was like brushing my hair and touching, like, you know, this area where there's the scars, and it was like very sensitive at that time, I remember. And I just kind of was like talking to her, and I was like, oh, you know, I actually had a brow lift. I was like, oh yeah, I could see the incision or something like that. And I was like, ooh, girl, she knows. But obviously I told her. So yeah, but other than that, no one really would know, and I don't think anyone would have noticed if I haven't, you know, shared this publicly. So is there anything you don't like about the results? So I'm gonna be very honest. In the healing process, you have to be so patient, and I cannot emphasize that enough, because like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks later, after, you know, I got my surgery, I emailed my surgeon and the clinic saying I'm not happy with the result, because one of the eyelids was a lot more droopy than the other, and that is this one. And this is actually just how my eyes are. They're not proportionate. My face is not proportionate, and the only reason why I know it is because I investigated it myself. And that's what my surgeon told me. He said we were not seeking for symmetry, and, like, you know, we were not, that was not the goal. The goal was to open up the eye a little bit, like make it more, you know, aesthetically, I guess, pleasing or whatever. And it was true. I didn't come into the office asking, hey, can you make me look super symmetrical? No, that was not the goal. I wanted, obviously, an open eyelid, and this is what I got. And one of my eyes is a little bit smaller, which is this one. It's so funny that I'm telling this online, but it's true. Like, I investigated pictures, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. He can't change my eyes and the way my eyelids look, because this is just how my eye is, and that's how the skin on it looks. So yeah, this one is still a little bit more droopy, and it was before, even in the pictures. So he told me, like, look at your previous pictures and you will see that that's how it was before. And I was like, true, he's right. So that's like the only thing that I was like not happy with. But like now it doesn't really bother me, because like I just realized that it was just a stupid thing to complain about. And like I said, I wasn't asking for symmetry. I guess maybe they can do it, but I guess it wasn't the goal for me. So it doesn't really make the difference, the 1 millimeter here or there, you know. It's like, it's just, I wanted a natural result, and I got a natural result. So yeah. How long did it take for brow lift crusting to go away? This is a funny one. So I don't want to talk about this because it's like very gross, but the scab, it does not go away completely all at once. What happens is, like, because you're washing your hair and stuff, like, it starts to go away in like pieces. So for me, like, sometimes I'll just be brushing or something like carefully, and I could see like this piece of scab just like going in my hair, and it's like really disgusting. So I would say maybe like a month, give it a month or so just to, like, you know, completely go away. But yeah, it's not a nice experience. So I was like always wearing my hair like down so that nobody could see. Will they need to do it again in the future? So actually this is something very interesting. Like, I was at the beach with one of my friends, and her friend's boyfriend is like studying to be a plastic surgeon, and he looked at it when we were at the beach, and he's like, oh yeah, that's such a good job. And he's like, but you know, you're gonna have to do it again. And I was like, what do you mean? So I think that a lot of people need to do a surgery again after like 15 years. So this depends obviously on the person. Can be 5, 10, 15 years. I cannot imagine myself going through that again, because it's just like, what? How can you operate a body part that's already been operated for aesthetic purpose? Like, it just doesn't make sense in my head. But I don't know anything about plastic surgery, so obviously I'm not gonna comment too much on that. At the moment, I don't want to think about it. Maybe one day if I'm like extremely unhappy with my eyes again, or like my brows, then maybe I'll consider it. But right now it's kind of like not even it's not even an option, you know? Like, I don't even think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't think that that's gonna happen. And yeah, thoughts on plastic surgery industry in Lithuania. When will it peak? There are so many professionals working in plastic surgery field in Lithuania, and I know that that's why a lot of people fly in from different countries to do their surgeries there. So I don't know when it's gonna peak, because obviously Lithuania is a very small country. But yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting question. I mean, I think it's already at its peak. There's, like I said, so many people coming from abroad, so that's a sign of good results and popularity and demand. So yeah, so this is it's not a question, but somebody said, I want to see the video, I really don't understand why I needed this thing. So I don't know what to say, because this is something a lot of people commented as well on the original video. They were like, oh, I don't understand why you actually did the surgery. I think your eyes were beautiful before. Look guys, I understand that you have your own opinion, but like I said, this is like my body and it's my choice and it's my, you know, life. So I wanted the surgery for like long time, 4 years I think, or even longer than that. And it's like, I don't question why you had a smoothie instead of eggs Benedict this morning. Like, it's your choice, right? Like, it's your life, so you decide what you want to do and what's best for you. I wanted the surgery to feel more confident, to feel, you know, more, I don't know, beautiful, I guess. Not that I was not beautiful before, but I just feel more myself right now, and I like that. How is it done? I don't know. And please, my advice, don't watch the videos of how the surgery is done. Honestly, you're gonna be like, why did I do this? Why did I not listen to Brie? And it's disgusting and it's unnecessary, and don't traumatize yourself. I'm just saying, there's fingers involved under your forehead skin and it looks very disturbing, so please don't watch it. Weren't you afraid if you not like the result, which would be probably irreversible? Oh, that's a very interesting question. Obviously, I was freaking terrified. Like, you are changing the way you were born. Even after the surgery, and some days even now I wake up, I'm like, girl, you actually changed something in your face. That's like a major thing, because every morning you wake up and you brush your teeth and you look at yourself. Every evening you go to sleep, you wash your face and you're like, oh, you know, this, you see yourself every single day in the mirror. So it's like a very interesting concept to think that you actually modified something on your body, and it's like, can you live with that? So it's a very good question. But for me, obviously, I'm very happy. Like I said, I tried to go with like my gut feeling, and I'm so happy that I did, that I went with the clinic that I went and with the surgeon that I went, because I like the result. God forbid, you know, I would ever, or anyone ever actually goes through the thing where you don't like the result, then, you know, there's like, see, nothing you can do about it. You can't go back, and that is definitely a risk everyone has to kind of think about, because it can happen. So luckily that did not happen to me. So any regrets on getting the surgery? Nope. I'm very happy with how it looks. I'm happy with the way it healed. I'm happy with how much I invested in this and that I shared with the world about it, because like a lot of people commenting or writing to me on Instagram, and they're like, thank you so much for sharing, this helped me. And to me, to hear such feedback that my story helped somebody else, it's like honestly such a great reward. It's not even like about the views or anything like that, but it's just, I know, because I was in that position where I was looking for those videos and I couldn't really see people my age getting this type of procedure. So like hearing this feedback, I'm like, yes, thank you so much. This really means so much to me. So yeah, thank you guys. Is there any discomfort? So oh, actually very good question. So actually, yes, there were a few things that I was like very uncomfortable with. So the scars were obviously sensitive, and then at one point there was hair that was trying to like grow through the scar tissue, and it kind of became like infected pimples. It's very awkward to, you know, speak about those things, but there was like 2 pimples that were in each side, and I was like, ew, this is so disgusting. Is this like what's it called, the stitches coming out? Not stitches, but like, you know, the thread or whatever it's called. And I was like, this is crazy, but it wasn't the thread, it was actually my hair like follicle and like trying to sprout a hair. And I was like, ew, this is gross. So yeah, I had to kind of like squeeze it out, and it was actually a hair. So it's definitely not good. I probably should have gone to a doctor to do that, but I was like, is that a pimple in my like scar? But now everything's fine. Like there's no like sensitivity. Like right now the sensitivity, I would say just like 1 out of 10, like 10 being the worst. And it's probably more like mental than it actually physical thing, you know. And another thing that I think I've mentioned in one of my other videos was that I was getting such an itchy scalp. It's unreal. Like it was so bad at one point. Like I would literally, and even now some days I still find myself sitting and I'm like itching, but it's definitely gotten way better, like way better. There was, I would say maybe 2-3 months into the healing process where it was just like so consistent. Every day I would just sit and scratch, and I looked it up. It's totally normal because your nerves are healing, you know. There's obviously so many nerves on your face and in your head, and it's like, you know, the nerves are healing, and it's like a shooting, pulsing type of energy that you feel, like the sensation. I guess that's all I really wanted to say, guys. So yeah, you let me know what you think. Again, showing one last time how it looks. Sorry, the tanning oil definitely messed me up. But yeah, this is how it looks. This one is definitely like more visible, I would say. Wow, looking like a Hollywood girl. But for the eyes, obviously now because of the makeup you cannot see, but I think it looks really good. I'm very happy, very thankful to my surgeon. Again, his name is Justinas Grašys. Shout out to Klinika. And by the way, I'm in no way affiliated with the clinic. I paid for the surgery myself, so everything you heard were my words. I was not paid to do, you know, this video. I was not like asked to promote the clinic. I don't even think they know about my videos. I mean, I know this, my surgeon watched the video that I made because I tagged him on Instagram, but that was it really. So yeah, guys, let me know if you have any further questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Hey guys, sorry for this very random clip insert, but I was editing the footage right now and I saw that there are some questions actually missing. Not because I like didn't record them, but I actually remembered that I didn't screenshot them. So I did find them now, and I just will quickly answer those as well. So somebody said, how long did it look very bad that you were not comfortable leaving your house or working? So I'll be honest, like at that time I was very grateful because I didn't have to work. I was in Lithuania for like a month and 10 days. I went there anyways for my like grandma's birthday and just to catch up with my family and friends, so like I didn't need to return back to work very quickly. But I did go out like after like 3 or 4 days. The moment I started feeling better and energized, I went for like short walks. I did kind of go out, like I didn't really care. Like, you know, people go out with their nose jobs just freshly done and wearing a cast, and it's like, it's fine. Like, don't be so conscious. Like, people get surgeries done and it's totally okay. And then this is a question actually from my friend: how many days off do you need before going back to work? So this is a very tricky one because me personally, like I said, I healed pretty well. I would say 2 weeks after I looked almost normal. Like now that I look back at that footage, I'd say, okay, no, I still had a lot of swelling going on, but there was like no bruises, no like, you know, crazy stuff on my face. But I would say it depends on you and how you heal. You know, my story is not your story, obviously, so it's like it can take, I think, up to 3 weeks, but I would say easily a week and a half you need to, you know, stay off work, and then afterwards you can definitely, you know, cover it with makeup and go to work. You'll still be noticed by probably people like that there's something weird about your face. I think it also depends on the job that you do. If you just like work in the office and you know your colleagues know that you're gonna get a surgery, it's not a big deal. But if you work somewhere where, you know, your appearance is important and like, you know, at the desk in the lobby or something, then, you know, you probably shouldn't get it done and return to work after a week, because people will notice and you can get in trouble. So yeah, definitely lots of things to consider. Then last question that I also thought was very, very interesting: has anyone, friends, discouraged you from the surgery? So actually my whole family, like, were super supportive. My dad, my mom, my brother, everyone was like super nice, super understanding, and they were like, you know, whatever makes you happy, go for it. And I really feel so thankful, because like I think it's so difficult when you don't have that support. And I actually at that time was not really supported by my ex, which is totally fine. We talked it out now and we're really good, and he understands me and I understand his point of view, and we had this great discussion actually after I had the surgery. So this is something like I think is very important. If you're in a relationship, you have to talk about it beforehand and express why you want to get it done, and kind of make sure that the other person understands you as well. Maybe not necessarily supports you, but like at least understands your point of view. Because I was approached by like some people and they were like, you know, I'm not gonna tell my husband, but I want to do this surgery too. And I'm like, how are you not gonna tell your husband about it? Like, this is crazy. So I think at the end of the day, this is your body. So like, you know, try to do what makes you happy, because it is your body. But at the same time, you know, don't get a divorce, because like you can't, you know, find an agreement and a compromise with your, you know, other half. It also depends on your upbringing, maybe, you know, your religion as well, and all those other little things which are actually in the end really big things. So yeah, I don't know, I was very lucky to have a great group of people supporting me, and I'm very thankful to my friend who was looking after me. Yeah, but thank you for watching this. So yeah, I don't know, I guess try to respect the people around you and their opinion, but also, you know, do what makes you happy, because it is ultimately your life. So yeah guys, thank you so much for being so supportive in this whole process and journey. I'm not gonna be doing any surgeries anytime soon, as I mentioned, but if you do like watching about plastic surgeries, I highly recommend watching Lori Hill on YouTube. Her videos are super interesting, and she like analyzes celebrities getting surgeries. And there's another doctor, what's his name, Montecchi, I think, Montecchi, something like that. He is also very, very interesting, and he analyzes also like what some celebrities got done to their face. So yeah, if you're into that stuff, check out their channels. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.